Good afternoon. We're here for the Tuskegee University President's Essay and an Award Contest. We began the program this afternoon with the invocation by Dr. Gregory Gray, the Dean of the Chapel. Dean Gray.
Let us pray. For all that this weekend has meant in the life and work of this university, O God, we offer our thanks. Grant thy special blessing upon this annual President's Essay Contest and Awards program for the opportunity it provides to recognize those deserving students whose outstanding achievements warrant our recognition. May the accomplishments honored this afternoon serve as an inspiration for us all for years to come. It is for the sake of the more excellent way we pray. Amen.
We have our welcome by Dr. Cesar C. Furman, our provost. Dr. Furman.
Good afternoon. It is really a pleasure for me as Provost of Tuskegee University to welcome you on behalf of this shrine of place and our esteemed 7th President, his lovely wife, and all our distinguished guests. As you know, and for those of us who've been teaching all our lives, this is the biggest accomplishment that we feel when we see these nice faces in a place like this, showing what one can accomplish by working hard. And this is very important, not just for you, because it adds to your future careers, but it is important too because it cements the reason why we exist. When you are good and you excel, Tuskegee also is good and excels. So I'd like to thank not only you for excelling and our administration for supporting this type of program, but I also like to thank all those who work hard to make this possible. As you will probably learn soon, you cannot do it on your own. You always need somebody else to lend a hand to you. And we have had some dedicated faculty who serve on 2 separate committees. The first was the pre-arranged or pre-screening committee, and then we had the final judges as well in here. And I would like to thank them now before it's forgotten. For the general pre-assessment committee, we have Dr. Muhammad Ali from Computer Sciences, Dr. Adaku Ankuma from the CAST, or College of Arts and Sciences. We have Elaine Bromfield from Keynes. We have Mr. Edward Brown, who's the Chief of Staff. We have Dr. Rhonda Collier, also from the College of Arts and Sciences. We have Dr. Benjamin Fishkin from also the Cass College. We also have Dr. Harriet Green from the College of Engineering. We have Sheena Harris from Arts and Sciences. We have Mrs. Shamika Johnson, our esteemed First Lady. We have Dr. Mary Olson from the Arts and Sciences Department, College. We also have Mohammad Katsi from also Arts and Sciences, Mathematics. We have Juanita Roberts, who is Director of our Library Services, and we have my Administrative Assistant, Janet Robinson, in the Provost's office. Those people work very hard to do the pre-screening. And then the final judges, which we have in the audience, are Yvonne Alzheim, also Assistant Professor of English, Dr. Sharana Basawas Asundi, Professor of Aerospace, Dr. Janet Lewis Clark in Allied Health, and Dr. Godfrey Vincent in the College of Arts and Sciences. Thank you very much for your presence, and I hope you enjoy, as our esteemed students enjoy this moment. Have a good day.
It is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce some of our donors who are here this afternoon that make it all possible. Our donors make it possible for us to reward some of our most deserving students, and we want you to know who some of them are. We have Colonel Aubrey McAlpine, if she's here, from the class of 1963. We have Dr. Verda K. Lester, representing Dr. William Lester's family. We have Ms. Seville Hollins. We have Mr. Major Hollins, the husband of Ms. Seal Hollins, from the Hollins Architecture Award. We have Mrs. Hattie Gentry, widow of Dr. Teatrix Gentry. Ms. Marilyn Price Holt, if she's here, stand, from the Edward L. Price Memorial Award. And there are some other people who were not here earlier to sign in. Also, with the members of the Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, if they're here for Xi Beta Psi chapter, if you are here, you please stand. Thank you. With the members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, for the alumni, would you please stand? Okay, Mrs. Portia White Champion is the sponsor of an education major. Lieutenant Colonel Robbie Cross is the sponsor of the Professor of Military Science Award. Lieutenant Cross will be leaving us for his next duty station, will be in Afghanistan. We wish him well. Will the members of Chi Iota Phi sorority please stand if you're here? Chi Iota Phi, if you're here? Out here, okay. I have Dr. Elaine C. Harrington, if she's here. She's here, all right. Dr. Cynthia Seller Simon, Vice President, Student Affairs and Enrollment Management, our donor. For the cheerleaders, Ms. Barbara Howard, President of Tuskegee Macon County Chapter of NAACP, if she's here. James Smith, okay, thank you. Also, will the members of the Tuskegee National Alumni Association and the Tuskegee National Association Homecoming Golf Committee, if you're here, would you please stand? They have given about $11,500 worth of scholarships in this program today, if you're here. Okay. Okay. Some of our other, Mr. Thomas Kaufman, Ms. Beatrice Smith, as you said, Freddie Washington, Jocelyn Quinn, Ken Woodard, Leon Evans, Mr. Evans, thank you, from Groove 5 Groove, and Kent Fagan, Renee Rogers, Renee, well, there she is, okay, from, thank you, Renee. Mr. Dennis Johnson, Mr. Johnson, thank you. Juanita Roberts, Victoria Harris, Robert Willie Leonard. That's you. Oh, thank you. Are there any other donors that were not able to sign in? If you're here, we'd like to acknowledge you as well. Other donors that are here today, please let our students see you if you're here. Thank you. The colleges. Okay. All right. Okay, moving right along with our program. Today, we are here to hear our students make presentations for the theme for this year, Legacy and Leadership, the influence of Booker T. Washington in the tradition and trajectory of Tuskegee University. Our first presenter will be Mr. Ron G. Reddy, a senior biology major from Kingston, Jamaica. Mr. Reddy.
My name is Roy Reddy, a biology major, graduating senior from Kingston, Jamaica. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Let's try that one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Thank you. Take a moment to think about the legacy, tradition, and successes of Tuskegee University. What comes to mind? Cancer research? Or maybe the very chapel in which we are presently sitting? In fact, let's try this another way. If I may ask for your participation, by a show of hands, please, how many of us have heard of Ralph Ellison, or General Daniel Chappie James, or the Tuskegee Airmen? Thank you for your participation. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the success stories of Tuskegee University. But in the midst of these success stories, there lies a tradition that goes as far back as 60 years ago. That's 130 years if we do the math. But ladies and gentlemen, what is this tradition of which I speak? And who was the individual behind this great tradition? And what is our trajectory? Let's deal with these questions in an orderly fashion. Tradition. Let's use an example. As a child, I grew up in the rural areas of Kingston, Jamaica, of Hanover, sorry. And in that community, the roads were very poor, there were no schools, there were no physicians. We were very poor growing up. We had little or no education. Ladies and gentlemen, as I struggled to come up, my grades moved from F to D's, B's to C's, C's to B's, and then finally at Tuskegee University, I got an amazing opportunity. That opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, has developed my character, and today I am pleased to say that that is a tradition that Tuskegee University is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what Tuskegee is all about. Let's ask Dr. Fredericks what he thinks. Dr. Fredericks is 92 years old. He's a biology professor here at Tuskegee University. In a conversation or interview, as I visited Dr. Fredericks, I asked, Dr. Fredericks, what do you think of the tradition of Tuskegee University? And who is influential in this tradition? With a welcoming smile on his face, Dr. Fredericks responded as he took a breath, and he said, the tradition of Tuskegee University can mean only one thing, and that is educating the human being as a whole, the Negro male and the Negro female, whether they're male or female, whether they are young or old. And Dr. Fredericks, ladies and gentlemen, is right. Mr. Lee Walker confirms what Dr. Fredericks said. Mr. Lee Walker, in his book, Booker T. Washington, A Re-Examination, says clearly, 3 points. He says, Dr. Washington focused on 3 main things. The first was education. Education of blacks, whether you're male or female, whether you're young or old. The second thing was self-reliance. He wanted black individuals to stand up. And the third thing was black entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a tradition of Tuskegee University, to provide skill for those who are skillless and to educate the uneducated. So, the leadership, Dr. Booker T. Washington, it all began in a one-room shanty. 30 students started the first class, and Dr. Booker T. Washington was the first teacher. That is leadership that has inspired us over the many years. But that's where the story began, ladies and gentlemen. But our story does not end there, because Dr. Washington planted the very first seed, but that seed will be watered and nurtured by current students who are presently in the hearing of my voice. Many of these students are graduating seniors, and they deserve to walk across the stage on graduation day. Some of these students are Jamaicans, Bahamians, some are from Florida, others are from Chicago, Illinois, and for the states and countries unmentioned, we love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward, there are some opponents who might say that Dr. Washington's leadership and legacy and influence were wrong. They might continue to say that the criticisms of W.E. Du Bois were single-handedly right, but they would be wrong. Because if Dr. Washington's leadership and legacy were wrong, if loving them were wrong, then we could never be right. Because if what we have done so far is wrong, then how can we explain Dr. George Washington Carver and the successes that he has accomplished? How can we explain Alice Coachman? Alice Coachman was an African-American athlete who specialized in high jumps. She not only loved what she did, but she did what she loved, and by doing so, she encouraged African-Americans to come after her. Ladies and gentlemen, how can I forget to mention students? Students like O'Shane Trail, an engineering major, who also last Friday won the SIAC 2015 tennis male player. That's an amazing accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And that is what the trajectory is all about, taking Tuskegee into the future. We have other students, future nurses like Kendria Lee, future biomedical researchers like Crystal Lee, future veterinarians like William Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the students that will bring Tuskegee's tradition forward into the future. We have focused on tradition. We are focused on the leadership and who has been influential, Mr. Booker T. Washington, and we have looked at the trajectory. In closing, let us always remember, let us never forget that as graduating seniors and as students, we have a great part to play in society. Let us remember the words of Stephen R. Covey. Mr. Covey once said, "In the final analysis, what we are communicates far more eloquently than anything we say or do." Ladies and gentlemen, I propose to you this evening that we are Team TU. In fact, let's repeat that together. Let's say that, repeat after me, please. We are Team TU. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
All right, our next presenter will be Mr. Reginald M. Hunter, Senior Sales and Marketing from Tuskegee, Alabama. Mr. Hunter.
Good afternoon. Again, I am Reginald Hunter, a current graduating senior sales and marketing major from Tuskegee, Alabama. There's a quote by Booker T. Washington that states, "There are two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing down, the other is pulling up." Tuskegee students, faculty, and staff, today I ask the question, which side of the rope are you holding on? The influence of Booker T. Washington on the tradition and trajectory of Tuskegee University was evident through every soul touch, through every lesson learned, through every brick built by the students on the hands of the students, on the mind of the man whose dream has led to 133 consecutive years of success and tradition here at Tuskegee University. Understand, exerting strength goes far beyond physical abilities. Exerting strength can be something as simple as mentally bringing someone up who's lower than you, up to your level, and elevating their way of thinking. Exerting strength is passing down lessons learned in school to those who are not as fortunate to be in your situation. Exerting strength is growing your community you came from by growing the people around you with the necessary wisdom, tradition, and trajectory that can be carried on for years upon years. The legacy of Booker T. Washington was never intended to be duplicated. It was just the start of a lifelong proposition of what life could be like if we worked together. At a young age, Booker T. Washington realized that there was no greater friend than the book, and that there was no greater workout than of the mind. He stressed that instead of fighting one another, trying to be that one top dog, that instead we should focus on casting down our buckets for the future generations. He stressed how we should be passing down more than our books, passing down more than formulas we've learned in class, passing down more than a dream that we have for ourselves, because the thing about these type of dreams is that they pass, just like the human body. But the one thing that never passes is the spirit. The spirit is what keeps hope alive. The spirit is what allows us as humans to thrive. It is the one thing that allows us to continue to multiply in a generation that wants us all to cease to exist. He believed that the interests of African Americans could be best served by learning craft and industrial skills. And while most people saw this as what was supposed to be passed along, I saw something much more different. What was really theoretical about his approach is the mindset he wanted to pass along. The mindset that anything you needed done could be done by yourself if you put forth the effort to do so. What do you think drove students back then to build their own classrooms? Well, why do you think they did it? Was it a class grade? Did Booker T. Washington force them? Or did they just go outside one day and say, you know what? Today is a great day to paint and build some buildings? No. It was a vision of one man bestowed upon an entire city, a belief that was put in the minds of everyone and trusted by all, and a dream transcended into fruition of a man who was once only a dreamer. Today, this dream can be seen throughout every student in every major on this campus. It can be seen by how hard our students work to get what they deserve. It can be seen by the work of our administrators who work so diligently to make Tuskegee the best that it can be and give it the most that it can offer. It can be seen in the blessings that with so much going on in the world, Tuskegee has been protected and allowed to flourish. When I think about legacy and leadership, the influence of Booker T. Washington in the tradition and trajectory of Tuskegee University, the greatest thing that can be taken from his legacy is to never deny the small victories as nothing. Be grateful for the small victories that grace your life, because every small victory leads you one step closer to the ultimate goal. And having that type of mindset leads to endless possibilities. Thank you.
Our next presenter will be Ms. Atiba T. Phillips, a junior finance major from Brooklyn, New York. Atiba.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Atiba Phillip, a junior finance major here at Tuskegee University. A young man sits on his porch and moves his legs. A 40-year-old woman reads to her children, and a little girl from Asia listens to the radio. Now, to many of you, you'll consider all these actions insignificant. But what if I told you that the young man was a paraplegic and was now having movement in his legs? What if I told you that this woman was unable to read for 37 years of her life, but now she can? And what if I told you that this little girl was deaf, but now she can hear? These people and their scenarios all have one thing in common, and that is progression. And they all started somewhere. And even if their change was small or drastic, it was progression nonetheless, and it aided in the trajectory of their lives. If you've ever seen a trajectory diagram, you would know that it starts at 0 and progresses towards a goal. In 1856, Booker T. Washington was born to a slave in West Virginia. That was his 0 point. He could have easily settled for being a slave and continued to work the plantations, but at a young age, he had a dream. He had a dream to be better, a dream to see his African-American people soar to new and undiscovered heights, and he has done just that. The illustrious Tuskegee University that we pride ourselves in today started in a one-room shanty not too far from here. Those circumstances did not deter Washington, but on the contrary, they propelled him. He had a vision that would take this university to unforeseen heights. Smart investments and the tireless work ethics of students gave us the picturesque architecture that we sit in today. It's safe to say that Washington didn't know that his decision to open this institution would lead to what we have today. But it is certain that he knew that his decision stood as a catalyst in the progression of this university. And it has aided and will continue to aid the Tuskegee trajectory. One of our Miss Tuskegee's platforms was same script, different cast. This simply meant that despite the change of leaders, the tradition of this university will always remain the same. And when I say tradition, I don't mean buildings or school songs. When I say tradition, I speak of the thirst that our forefathers had for our success. I speak of the parents that sacrifice on a day-to-day basis to ensure that we can get this education that we're getting today. That is the effect that Washington wanted to have on us all, ensuring that we would know for hundreds of years to come that there is a tomorrow to look forward to, and there is potential in each and every single one of us. As a university, it is vital that we continue this progression. My friends, progression is not a quick process. It takes time, work, and a goal-focused mentality. It is our responsibility as students and staff to understand the strenuous nature of progression. We need to know that nothing happens overnight. If that was the case, then Tuskegee would have been the force that it is today in 1882. Our university is constantly taking new strides to achieve greatness, from the introduction of online degrees to the implementation of programs that assist students in building character and leadership skills. Despite being a little behind on the technology curve, these steps have given Tuskegee the boost it needed to fairly compete with any university in the world. I am certain that Booker T. Washington is resting comfortably, knowing that his spirit of constant progression lives within this campus today. My fellow students, it is our responsibility to make the best of the opportunities that we have been afforded. The work ethic that Washington instilled into his students back then is the same work ethic we must demonstrate today. As we continue to progress, we have students who are becoming entrepreneurs, writers, and so much more. Usually a trajectory has an endpoint, but I believe that our university will continue to defy physics as our trajectory will continue and continue through the end of time. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to engage with me for one moment. Will all the students who are collecting awards today please raise your hands? Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. That is the progression that Booker T. Washington wanted us to have. And to the students that are receiving awards, it does not end here. Go back to your fellow classmates that aren't here today and push them forward so that they will make the step to do better. My friends, let us stand as a student body, let us stand as a faculty, and let us trust the Tuskegee trajectory. Thank you.
Now we will have a music selection by the Golden Voices Concert Choir under the leadership of Dr. Wayne Anthony Barr. Dr. Barr. Thank you, Golden Voice. We appreciate that. Thank you again. To continue our presentations, our next speaker will be Ms. Dominic Norton, a sophomore architect major from Mitcham, Surrey, United Kingdom. Mr. Norton.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dominic Norton from London, England, and I'll be talking to you about legacy and leadership, the influence of Booker T. Washington in the tradition and trajectory of Tuskegee University. We are at a pivotal point in this university's history. What was once a vision for undereducated blacks is now a privilege we have as young scholars, a privilege bestowed upon us by our elders and ancestors, a privilege we cannot afford to lose. Frankly, we have lost momentum. We have forgotten you not only work to gain the advantage, you work to keep it. We have unknowingly befriended competence to our detriment. Fortunately, all is not lost. Our founding father, Booker T. Washington, understood that our problems can give direction and meaning to our lives and bring more than they take. The problems that he encountered gave him the energy, the passion, and the tenacity to fight for everything. That energy is a part of our culture and is what propelled blacks into an educational transcendence out of a severely uneducated time in our history. Booker T's life force flows for us with that energy, and with it, the promise of a better tomorrow. That is the Tuskegee trajectory, the combination of our individual and collective problems, our response to these problems, and how we're going to use our response to progress together. It is hard to be positive. Negativity is our default view. That's why it's so easy to feel disappointed, upset, and hurt. Our default programming is normality, but that is no excuse. At a Sunday evening talk, Booker T used the analogy of two boys that start off in the world at the same point. One becomes independent and more successful than the other. The dependent boy by no means has less potential. However, he had not gone out of his way to separate himself, and so remained average. The independent boy produced an outstanding quality of work that elevated him. Booker T called this high-level quality of work responsibility. It's an elite level many talk about, but very few are prepared to work towards. Booker T set the standard, and so held himself responsible for his future. Henceforth, by holding himself responsible, we are invited to hold ourselves responsible for our future, the future of our family, our community, and our university. After a lengthy period of time where consistent success is maintained, we have to purposely create conditions that challenge us. Sounds absurd, right? Why risk failure by purposely creating challenging conditions? Because the only thing better than winning is growing. I personally took an excerpt from Booker T. Washington's autobiography, Up From Slavery, and used it to challenge my life. It read, "In order to be successful in any kind of undertaking, I think the main thing is for one to grow to the point where he completely forgets himself, that is, to lose himself in a great cause." As an athlete, I had to identify with this. That was my challenge. That is what helped me grow. We can use the teachings of our leader to help us grow as a university that thinks about the collective rather than the individual. Cooperative growth is the essence of the Tuskegee trajectory. Yes, it will be challenging, but we here at Tuskegee are destined for greatness, not normality. If there is anything you can learn from me after listening to this, is that your insecurities, fears, and mishaps can set you on a path for greatness if used as motivation. Your responsibility as an active member of Tuskegee University is that you must separate yourself using these obstacles, accept and cultivate challenge, embrace the community. These are the values that resonate with the energy of Booker T. Washington, the energy we inherited, the energy that is the foundation of the Tuskegee trajectory. Thank you.
Our final presenter will be Ms. Imani R. Williams, sophomore animal science major from Fayetteville, Georgia. Ms. Williams.
Good evening. My name is Imani Williams, and I'm a sophomore animal science major from Fayetteville, Georgia. Influence. Merriam-Webster defines influence as the power to change or affect someone or something, the power to cause changes without directly forcing them to happen. In other words, influence is using your words, your actions, your skill, and yourself to unconsciously cause waves of change amongst those near and far from you. Booker T. Washington is the epitome of influence, from his progressive strides to advance the African American people to the preservation of the very university that he founded nearly a century after his death. Washington may not have known the scope of his influence when he first began, and he's not alive to see it today. But his words, his works, and his wisdom are apparent all over the campus of Tuskegee University. Have you taken a walk around campus lately? And no, I don't mean rushing from Armstrong to Henderson to get to class on time. I mean, have you really taken a walk on campus lately? When's the last time that you perused any of the tourist markers that are present at many of our buildings? Or read the quote in Austin's Grill that I'm sure you've lent on at least once or twice? Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome. This is the quote spoken by Booker T. Washington that's pinned on the wall for all to see. Testaments to his greatest speeches, highest achievements, and favorite quips are apparent all over the campus. With the university so deeply rooted in its history, it's no surprise that Washington's touch is omnipresent. Attending convocations was a precedent set by Washington, as is singing the Tuskegee song. Even alumni who return are greeted by the signature TU call that is taught to students during the laser week of their freshman years. Washington influenced the tradition of the university most prominently by the pride that he instilled in his students. The first students built the buildings that we sit in with their two hands and inquisitive minds. No greater pride could have been constructed than a student building a place of education to earn an education. The TU trajectory involves using the history of the university to project us forward into the future. Washington spoke to individuals in the Tuskegee community and in politics to initiate more programs for the school by garnering funding. He saw a need for African Americans to be educated in the rural South, and he filled it, using his experiences at Hampton University as a guide of what he hoped to create. He believed the cleanliness of a university and the pure goals of its students would help score future funding. And if the number of times the grass is mowed on this campus isn't enough to prove that we are progressing financially, then donations from tens of thousands of alumni are sure to be a better rebuttal. Even just this morning, over $250,000 was gifted to Tuskegee University by the alumni here for Founders Day weekend. Washington saw the future of the university before the first brick was built and worked tirelessly to take the school to the next level. Do you ever wonder how Booker T. Washington managed to stay alive in spirit all this time? He lives in us. Every time a student graduates from Tuskegee University, he or she has him to thank. The highly exciting, well-paying jobs that we earn in the future are proof that Booker T. Washington, his pride, his drive, and his passion for the university are still apparent, and it lives in its students. He said, if you want to lift yourself up, lift up someone else. Washington was never forced to travel to rural Alabama in the middle of the forest to build a school that only graduated 10 students in its first year. No, Washington chose to venture to the unknown because he saw the trajectory that could result from his influence, knowing that 10 students would multiply tenfold and graduate the brightest minds the world has ever seen. Like Washington, no one can determine the length of his or her life, but you can choose how far and how deep your influence travels. Booker T. Washington is the root of Tuskegee University, and as his influence seeps into the young minds of tomorrow, his influence will live on, as well as his legacy. Thank you.
Let's give all our presenters a round of applause, please. Judges, you have a job to do. Now, we have the introductions by Dr. Cynthia Seller-Simon, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Managers, who will introduce student government, Mr. Tuskegee, and the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge Team. Dr. Seller-Simon.
Good afternoon. I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to introduce 3 of our student leadership groups. Students, as your name is called, please stand and remain standing until all members within your group have been recognized. Our Student Government Association officers for 2015-2016, the President, Malik Kendrick, a junior political science major from Las Vegas, Nevada. Vice President, Brianna J. Davis, a junior business management and finance major from Montgomery, Alabama. Treasurer, Carla E. Lattimore, a sophomore business administration sales and marketing major from Chino, California. Our students events coordinator, Sequoia R. Ellis, a junior political science major from Antioch, California. And our judiciary advisor, Asia M. Campbell, a junior aerospace engineer major from Brooklyn, New York. Let's give all our SGA officers for 2015-16 a round of applause. Miss Tuskegee University in Court, 2015-2016. Miss Tuskegee University, Sierra J. Gray, a junior sales and marketing major from Tuskegee, Alabama. First attendant, Naree French, a junior sales and marketing major from Jackson, Tennessee. And second attendant, Shakara A. Evans, a junior aerospace science major, engineering major from Greenville, Mississippi. Let's give Miss Tuskegee University in Court for 2015-16 another round of applause. Mr. Tuskegee University and gentlemen, for 2015-16, Maurice Evans III, Mr. Tuskegee, a junior mechanical engineering major from Ellenwood, Georgia. The first gentleman, Brandon O. Fennell, a senior architecture major from Lithonia, Georgia. And second gentleman, Dominique Crum, a junior hospitality management major from Mobile, Alabama. Let's give them all a round of applause. I also want to introduce our Hunter Campus All-Star Challenge team for 2014-15. Demetrius A. Finley, captain, a junior chemical engineering major from Detroit, Michigan. April M. Baldwin, a senior political science major from Birmingham, Alabama. Bobby L. Daniels, Jr., a junior political science major from Decatur, Georgia. And Tony B. Kurt, a junior mechanical engineering major from Cedar Hill, Texas. Please join me in giving all our student leaders a round of applause. Thank you. Students, we would like for you to come up. If you enter the stage from that side, come up. We have something to give you. Johnson.
to the stage from the College of Agriculture, Environment, and Nutrition Science will be Dr. Walt A. Hill, the Dean, who will make the presentation for his area.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. President, Diaz, student awardees. When I call your names, I would ask the students to stand, remain standing till all of the students from Kane's names have been called. Then we'll ask you to progress to the podium to receive your award. The first award will be the Integrative Scholarship and Community Development Award. This year, we're making one small change. It will represent the 125th anniversary of the 1890 land grant. So instead of 2 students, we will have 4 students. I will call your names at this point. Samuel Gibson, Matthew Robinson, Tanisha Foster, and Jamila Page. The Alabama Ag Credit Annual Scholarship, $10,000 distributed among Rashida Beckles, Naisha Gordon, Taylor Zamiro, Jasmine Roberts, Edja West, and Pearson Wheatley. The Bobby Nell Barnes Memorial Scholarship. I would ask Victor Harris to stand. We missed you last year, Victor, and I'm singling you out. We want that award to continue. Mr. President, he's editor of Minority Farmer magazine and founder of renowned alumni. Thank you, Victor. This award this year goes to Nemuel Bonner. The Anderson Griffin Agricultural Sciences Award, $300 to Aswad Frazier. The William C. and Anita L. Leonard Award, $150 to Sheena Samuel. The William L. Lester Memorial Endowed Scholarship, former provost, Mr. President, $1,000 to Morgan J. Dean. The Rio Turner Leonard Memorial Award, $150 to Kenneth Hoskins Cox. Kenneth Hiscox, my apologies. The L.A. Potts Memorial Award, $100 to Ryan A. Lee. The Reuben and Gustine E. Monday Award to $500 to Rochelle Reese. The Honorable J. Richmond Pearson Memorial Farms Award, $250 to Jalen Elam. For the Department of Food and Nutrition Sciences, the Alumni Dietetics Associate plaque to Joffrey Hopkins. The Naomi Allen Adams Memorial Scholarship Award, $500 to Jamila Page. The Helen E. Bong Adderley Memorial Scholarship for Community Service Award, $500 to Rochelle Mortimer. The George W. Carver Legacy Award, $150 to Jasmine D. Gray, along with this beautifully engraved precious gold coin with Carver on it. The George Washington Carver Society Scholarships, totaling more than $12,000. You see the names listed on the program. The Tuskegee District Dietetic Association Award, $200 to Joffrey Hopkins. The Food Nutrition Sciences Advisory Board Scholarship, $5,992 to Jada Bone, Nemuel Bonner, Jamila Page. The Food Nutrition Sciences Faculty Award, $300, Nemuel Bonner, Jalen Elam, Jasmine Gray. Lorenius and Shola McDonald Award, $100, Jamila Page. The Marion Webb Memorial Food Nutrition Sciences Award, $500, shared among Zamira Barnes, Raven Kroll, Tierney Donnell, Amina Ezel, and Aziza Robinson. Thank you very much. Would any of the students present, would you come forward at this time?
College of Arts and Science, for Dr. Lisa Beth Hill, the interim dean. Dr. Joe Jimmer will make the presentation for his college. Dr. Jimmer.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the dais. We'll follow the same protocol. The Howard P. Carter Senior Memorial Outstanding Undergraduate Academic Achievement Award, $1,000, Jamel J. Dobbs. The J. H.M. Henderson Outstanding Freshman Academic Achievement Award, $1,000, Samantha L. Sharon. The Ida Mae Gilliam Memorial Biology Award, $250, Ashley B. Kenyon. The Nancy Hale Harper Memorial Biomedical Sciences Award, $300, Joshua A. Madden. The Ollie C. Williamson Memorial Citizen Scholar Recognition Award, $400 each, Brittany E. Demings, Menelisi Indelio. The Doctors Tyron L. and Courtney Lockhart McMickens Graduate Professional School Award, $200, Anissa L. Sood. The Walter J. Sapp Memorial Endowed Scholarship, $1,000, Abisola Abisoye Ogunayan. The Abdul Razak Memorial Award, $200, two recipients, $100 each, Jashawn D. Bottoms, Reginald L. Ross. The American Institute of Chemists Award, certificate plus $100, Gabrielle N. Rivers. The American Chemical Society Award, $100, Tyrone N. Domes. The CRC Press Annual Freshman Chemistry Achievement Award, Handbook and $100, Megan E. Taylor. The Janine and Hubert Collier Chemistry Outreach Award Certificate and $250, Tarita L. Hall. The L.M. Ludwig MC Data Memorial Award, $100, Anthony R. Harrison. The Luminous Chemist Award, $100, Tarita L. Hall. The Russell C. Ragland Memorial Award, $100, Kiana C. Bergens. The Courtney J. Smith Memorial Undergraduate Award in Analytical Chemistry, $100, Jashawn D. Bottoms. The Reuben A. and Gustin E. Monday Memorial Scholarship, $500, Marian Hammond. The Betty Blackman Finlay Memorial Award, $500, two recipients, $250 each, Samuel Shannon, Nelia Thomas. The James Edward Jimmy Johnson Jr. Memorial Community Service Award, $300, Brandon Adams. The Romel C. Mitchell Mathematics Award, $400, Jasmine L. Davis. The Joseph E. and Rosa A. Fuller Memorial Mathematics Scholarship, $1,980, Taylor Walker. The Cleveland O'Neill Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, Kumasi A. Salimu. The Dr. Benjamin F. and Mrs. Thelma Plain Payton Scholarship, $5,000. Two recipients, $2,500 each. Caleb Brown, Tierra Major. The Linda Sublé Rogers Memorial Award, $500. Two recipients, $250 each. Rahab Davenport Isaiah and Crystal C. Carr. The Dorothy M. Jordan Gaithers Scholars Award, $500. Simone N. Ferguson. The Thetis Gentry Memorial Social Work Award, $500. Two recipients, $250 each. Alexis Call, Venetia L. Hawkins. The Rose A. Johnson Memorial Social Work Award, $350. Candy Crawford. And the Adriana McCrae and Sylvester Wallace Book Scholarship, $500, 5 recipients, $100 each. Veronica B. Garrett, Jasmine S. Habersham, Dariona P. Harris, Kaylon A. Lewis, and Tanaya N. Williams. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. You may now come forward.
Now, from the Andrew Bremer College of Business and Information Science, Dr. Tejinda Sara, the Dean of the College. Dr. Sara.
Mr. President, platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to present to you the award winners from the Bremer College of Business and Information Science. The W.L. Callaway Memorial Awards, 2 plaques, Marissa D. Bell, Kristen Trigg, the Bremer College Faculty Award for student in the business area, Victoria Ingram. In computer science, Gabriel R. Taylor, $250 and $150. The Andrew T. Brown Peer Mentor of the Year Award, Justani Golette, $125. The Charette A. Flowers Constant Outstanding Caribbean Student Scholarship Award, Atiba T. Phillip, $1,000. The Ella Stubbs Jones Accounting Award, Karen A. Taylor, $300. The Distinguished Achievement Award, Timothy Foster, $100. The Adrian Mason Akins Leadership Scholarship, Elijah Williams, $300. The Naomi Ellen Adams Scholarship, Richard E. Dahl, $500. Robert Stewart Award, Frankie J. Morton, $100. Guru Phi Grove Special Fellowship, Incorporated Achievement and Service Scholarship, Orlando Taylor, $1,500. And there is one award that is not listed in the program, that is from Raytheon Black Employee Network, Rayburn, Huntsville. This award goes to Talia Patterson for Merit Award, Scholastic Excellence and Community Involvement, $375, sorry. Let's give them an applause.
For the College of Engineering and ROTC program, Dr. Legan L. Bird. Substitute for him would be Dr. Aglin. And Mr.
Mr. President, awardees, faculty, and staff, good afternoon. I'm honored to present the awards and awardees from the College of Engineering, and they are under different categories. The first category is Army ROTC. The Professor of Military Science Award, $150 goes to Isaac Waldrop. Please stand. Remain standing till we finish. The Jack Collin Army ROTC Leadership Award, $400 goes to Sheena E. Samuel. The Robbie and Dulles Cross Army Engineering Leader Awards, $100 goes to Angela Dixon. The Colonel Arthur Kitt Army Leadership Award, $500 goes to Donovan Coleman and Clevie Nelson Royster, $250 each. The Lieutenant Colonel Philip Mallory Memorial Award, $100 goes to Alexandra Buffer. The Golden Tiger Battalion Leadership Award, $100 goes to Mercedes Meldox. The second category is the Air Force ROTC. The Colonel George Roberts Memorial Award, $200 goes to Caleb Myers. The Lieutenant Colonel Herbert E. Carter Memorial Award, $200 go to Michaela Bryant. The Chemical Engineering, the George and Rosanna Graham Honor Award, $500 go to Marcina Walker. Chemical Engineering Awards. The Delta Sigma Theta Sorority, Inc., $3,600 goes to Bianca Davis. The Charlie and Melvin Spooner Student Honor Award, $500 goes to Jacqueline Harris. The Jerome Berry, Electrical Engineering. The Jerome Berry Memorial Scholarship, $1,000 goes to Kenyatta Pointer. The Robert E. Douglas Humanitarian Award, $500 go to Jaleel King. The College of Engineering Class of 1963 Alumni Achievement Scholarship, Electrical Engineering, $1,000 goes to Loretta Andrews. The Nigel T. Eames Memorial Scholarship, $2,000 go to Damian Frederick. The Webster and Lily McElbine Memorial Engineering Scholarship, $650 goes to Rodney Hardy and William Jones, $325 each. Mechanical Engineering Awards. The College of Engineering Class of 1963 Achievement Scholarship, $1,000 goes to Daniel House. The Carl Orlando Williams Jr. Mechanical Engineering Scholarship, $3,750 and goes to Elliot Daggett and Marquise Thomas, $1,875 each. The Toya Dean Fast Track Award, $100 goes to Terry Mickens. The other engineering discipline, the Ligan Burge Jr. Leadership in Ethics, $500 goes to Xavier Wiley. The Engineering the Future, $500 go to Alexander Thompson. The Jeffrey Bruton Memorial Endowed Engineering Scholarship, I don't have the value here, goes to Kenneth Butler. The Ronald D. Fleming Scholarship, $2,000 goes to Brea Turner and Gregory Coleman, $1,000 each. The Keith Hargrove Future Faculty Award, $150 goes to Khalifa Howard. The New Core Scholarship Award, $300 go to Jerome Jones. The Ramil Mitchell Engineering Excellence Award goes to Maurice Evans. The Ernest Grant Memorial Scholarship goes to Jean-Pierre Popolo. And then we have recent awards actually given by Raytheon Company, and Dr. Renee Rogers is going to announce these awards. Go ahead, Renee.
Good afternoon. Yes, I have the names. So we have 3 additional awards. They were a part of the $1,500 Merit Award that the Raytheon Black Employees Network and Huntsville Decatur chapter is giving out. So the additional 3 students are Kenneth Denzel Butler, mechanical engineer, Julius Cherry, who's a mechanical engineer, and Ashlyn Nicholas, who's an electrical engineer. And I'm sad to see that we don't have any aerospace engineers on this award, and the Linda Sublé Award also is given to an aerospace student, so either we don't have one going to grad school, or we didn't have enough money, so I'm gonna give them another $500 to get an aerospace student an award, and I'm sure in front of everybody they're gonna make sure I give that money. So congratulations to you all.
Please come forward to see.
Now, from the College of Veterinary Medicine, Nursing and Allied Health, Dr. Ruby L. Perry, Dean of the College of Veterinary Medicine, Nursing and Allied Health. Dr. Ruby Perry.
Good afternoon, President Johnson and platform guests. I'm honored to present the awardees for the College of Veterinary Medicine, Nursing and Allied Health. From the Department of Nursing, the Chi Eta Phi Sorority Incorporated, Randolph Crawford Memorial Scholarship for $1,000, divided amongst the three students, Yakima Banks for $300, Kendall D. Lee for $350, Shanisha S. Salmon, $350. The Betty J. Cloud Efert Memorial Award for $200, V.N. Brown. The Nursing Faculty Award for $250, the Sandria N. Jackson. The Warina A. Turpin Memorial Nursing Scholarship, $1,000, Mariah A. Hopkins. The Tuskegee Institute Nurses Club, $250, Shaniqua Daniel. From the Department of Clinical Laboratory Sciences, the Clinical Laboratory Sciences Faculty Award, $250, awarded to Hannah L. Mikey. The Catherine L. Tolson Memorial Clinical Laboratory Science Award, $300, Jasmine S. Pate. From the Department of Occupational Therapy, the Jacqueline D. Williams Cornelius Memorial Occupational Therapy Scholarship, $520, Brittany M. McCullough. The Tracy Smith Mitchell Occupational Therapy Award, $300, Gabrielle N. Goforth. The Ruth Coleman Denard Memorial Occupational Therapy Award, $200, Kayla C. Bryan. The John F. Hume Memorial Occupational Therapy Award, $155, Neonte Ward. Occupational Therapy Faculty Award, $250, Willie L. Marable. The Stephen O. Sedeke Family Award, $200, L. Malik A. Chin. From the School of Veterinary Medicine, the Dr. Eugene W. Adams Endowed Scholarship, $2,314, Clinton A. Williams. The Mr. and Mrs. Robert C. Adair Endowed Scholarship, $2,216, Demetrius R. Washington. The Alabama Veterinary Medical Foundation Scholarship, Dr. and Mrs. Aaron Groth Scholarship, $2,500, Julie Brent. The Ann and Harrison Blair Endowed Scholarship, $2,000, Brandy E. Roseman. The Johnny E. Brady Veterinary Medicine Award, $250, Sierra C. Davis. The Judith Bird Endowed Scholarship, $14,317, divided amongst 6 recipients, Rachel L. Arnold, Brianna E. Bradford, Amara N. Fetke, Andrea C. Hernandez Perez, Kissler Allner, and Jennifer E. Lucas. The Michelle Davidson Memorial Veterinary Medicine Scholarship for $10,000, Corinne Freeman. The Central Alabama Veterinary Medical Association Award, $1,000, Andrew R. Anderson. The Lindsay Goldsboro Endowed Scholarship, $4,423, divided amongst 2 recipients, Candace C. Cavalier and Yanira Ephraim. The Ellis Hall Native American Student Veterinary Medicine Scholarship, $4,500, divided amongst Benjamin C. Mitchell, Jana Hunt, and Miguel I. Martinez. The Lonia and Dr. Rube Harrington Jr. Endowed Scholarship, $1,181, Ziona D. Patterson. The Paul McKenzie Memorial Endowed Scholarship, $3,504, C. Adam Griffith and Thomas K. Logan. The J. E. Salisbury Endowed Scholarship, $22,534, divided amongst Betzaida Acevedo, Autumn Glenkamp, Caitlin R. Marble, Victoria A. Walk, Ishmael J. Bentoncourt, Catherine A. Jones, Latoya S. McNabb. The South Carolina Association of Veterinarian Student Scholarship, $2,000, Kistler Aldner and Courtney Watson. The Professor Madan M. Vig Jr. Surgery Award, certificate plus $100, Betzaida Acevedo. The Alfreda Johnson Webb Endowed Scholarship, $2,764, divided between Jasmine L. Davis and Frederiana B. McElveen. The S.B. Weathersby Jr. Memorial Veterinary Medicine Scholarship, $1,000, Toy A. Collins. The Westminster Kennel Foundation Scholarship, $15,000, C. Adam Griffith. Please give them a round of applause. Will the awardees please come forward?
From the Robert R. Taylor School of Architecture and Construction Science Management, Ms. Daya Taylor, the interim dean for the school, college.
President Johnson, dais guests, Tuskegee family, and other guests, welcome. Good afternoon. My name is Daya Irene Taylor, and I am delighted to share with you the honorees in the Taylor School of Architecture and Construction Science. The AIA Henry Adams Award is awarded to the fifth-year architecture student with the highest GPA. We're very proud to recognize Stephanie L. Colley. The AIA Henry Adams Award, the second award, goes to Mr. Quintavious L. Guyton. The Alpha Rho Chi Fraternity Award recipient receives a bronze medal that will be awarded to Garrett L. Spears. The Architectural Design Prizes, we have $450, which will be divided amongst the following students. First place, Miss Autumn S. Roberts. Second place, Jordan L. Crawford. Third place, Allison T. Merritt. Fourth place, Marcel R. Walker. We had several honorable mentions for this award, and if you don't mind indulging me, I'd like to list their names at this time. Mr. Travis J. Armbruster, Mr. Quentin L. Brown, Zenobia Johnson, Mr. James M. McLean, Mr. LeGarrette M. Mosley, Mr. Dominic Norton, Mr. Bolade Richardson, Mr. Ethan Roberts, Ms. Regette Lacey Smith, and Tevin D. Thompson. Next, we have the CB&I Award. That person will receive $200, and it is being awarded to Mr. Joshua D. Miles. The Construction Science Management Alumni and Faculty Advent Award, that recipient will receive $200, and it is being awarded to Mr. Christopher G. Silvers. The Richard K. Dozier Leadership Award recipient will receive $500 between both architecture and construction science. The architecture recipient is Ms. Rochelle J. Richardson, and the construction science and management recipient is Jalen C. Jones. The Major L. Holland Architecture Award is $250, and it will be given to Mr. Jordan L. Crawford. The Thomas Marshall Horn Memorial Work and Service Award, $500, is being awarded to both an architecture and a construction science student, $250 each. The architecture student is Mr. Marcel R. Walker, and the construction science student is Mr. Sterling J. Daly. The Milton Love Memorial Award, $100, is awarded to Mr. Travis J. Armbrister. The Education Faculty Scholarship, I'm sorry, I skipped a page. The Andrew J. Kaufman Memorial Architecture and Construction Science Library Award, $250 will be divided evenly between an architecture and construction science student. The architecture student is Mr. Dominic Norton. The construction science student is Mr. Marcus O. Phelps. The Messer Construction Award is $200, and it is awarded to Ms. Jamie J. White. Next, the Edward L. Price Memorial Award, $400, is being awarded to Ms. Allison T. Merritt. And lastly, the Turner Construction Company Award. It is $200, and it is being awarded to Mr. Lewis L. King III. Congratulations. Please come forward for your award.
From the School of Education, Dr. Carlton E. Morris, the Dean of the College School of Education. Dr. Morris, I'm looking for you. You okay? Thank you. Good afternoon. President Johnson, platform participants, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the scholarship recipients from the School of Education. The Naomi Adams Memorial Scholarship, $500, awarded to Bria N. Smith. The Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Scholarship, $1,250, awarded to Kadrian Russ. The Portia White Champion Elementary Education Award, $300, awarded to Robin A. McDonald. The Fannie Richardson Cooley Honor Award, $500, awarded to Jasmine M. Bailey and Kristen R. Felton. The Louise L. Creason Endowment Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to Nyla C. Pruitt and Victoria Ray. The Education Faculty Scholarship, $535, awarded to Taylor R. Hickman. The Doctors Trine L. and Courtney Lockhart McMickens Graduate Professional School Award, $200, awarded to Kristen R. Felton. The Winifred Woods Davis Memorial Outstanding Future Teacher Scholarship, $500, awarded to Leah A. Grayson. The Links Incorporated Tuskegee Chapter Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to Kaylin D. Martin. The Vera Delane Rogers Spears Memorial Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to Jerica S. Simmons. The Ernestine Grooms Washington Memorial Award, $350, awarded to Dontavius M. Barkley. Let us congratulate our recipients and thank our donors. You may come forward. Now we will have the university-wide awards coming forward. First off, we will have the Milton Carver Davis Choir Award, $250 awarded to Orlando J. Hale. The Clyde Owen Jackson Golden Voices Concert Choir Award, $100 awarded to Christina E. Bolden. The Elaine C. Harrington Golden Voices Choir Scholarship, $500. To Centeria K. Benavis. The Alberta L. Simmons Memorial Choir Award, Onyx G. Gorin and Andre T. Hill, $500, $250 each. The Arthur L. Spears Senior Memorial Choir Award, $200, $100 each to Jaheed M. Johnson and Mr. Reginald L. Ross. The William Leonard Memorial Trombonist Award, $150 to Gad I. Harris. The Verda K. Lester Talented Lady Golden Tiger Softball and Volleyball Award, $100 awarded to Rosalind T. Thomas. The Roscoe A. Nance Saxophonist Award, $250, Aaliyah C. Sanders. The Charles E. Body Memorial Endowed Crimson Piper Band Award, $1,500 to be awarded later. The Cynthia D. Sellers Simon Cheerleaders Award, $300, $100 apiece, awarded to Erica L. Archie, Kelsey L. Banks, and Skylar Smith. The Solomon L. Banks Jr. Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated Gamma Phi Chapter Leadership and Community Service Scholarship, $1,000, awarded to Marlon L. Butler. The Virtues Scholarship, $1,100 to be awarded later. The prestigious Premier's Legacy Scholarship, $900, awarded to Chastity D. Mohammed. The Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Senior Award, $100 to Courtney L. Oliver. The Carl Allen Memorial Award, Rohan G. Greddy, $200. The Minnie O. Austin Media Award, $100, Aaron Dante Benton, The Beatrice E. Dotwell and Ethel Dotwell Porter Memorial Award, $300, Rohan G. Reddy. The Bertha Davis Howard Bray Memorial Service Award, $200, Rachel A. Howard. The Tuskegee Macon County NAACP Branch Amelia Boynton Robinson Civic and Community Service Award, $200, Sierra J. Gray. The Tuskegee Macon County NAACP Branch James E. Smith Memorial Student Leadership Award, $200, Cheryl R. Dixon. The Tuskegee National Alumni Association Incorporated Scholarship, $5,000, $1,000 each to Brittany J. Evans, Latoria P. McCant, Rochelle Richardson, Alexander X. Williams, Ebony H. Wiley. The Kimberly L. Woodard, $250, Joseph B. Terrell. The Tuskegee National Alumni Association Incorporated Homecoming Golf Committee Scholarship, $5,000, $1,000 apiece, awarded to Robert L. Dunn, Sion J. Gubick, Marky A. Dunn, Haley B. Hightower, and Kayla L. McClendon. The Margaret T. Gunn Burton Queen Court Award, $100, awarded to Tequilas J. Celestine. The Dolores Shine Kerr Queen Court Award, $1,000 to Ms. Sierra J. Gray, $400, Nari French, first attendant, $300, and Shakira Evans, second attendant, $300. The Denise Street Moss Memorial Queen Court Award, $100, awarded to Shaniqua B. Jones. The Miss Tuskegee University Memorial Award, $100 to Keelis J. Celestine. The Sarah Wallace Underwood Award for first attendant to Miss Tuskegee University, $100 to Miss April Ann Baldwin. The Ben Oliver Kerr Award, $1,000, awarded to Maurice Evans III, Mr. Tuskegee, $400. Brandon O. Fennell, first gentleman, $300. Dominique J. Crum, second gentleman, $300. The Mr. Tuskegee University Legacy Scholarship, $2,000 to be announced later. The Ramel C. Mitchell Student Leadership Award, $1,050, $150 each. Ashley S. Foster, Diamond S. Gates, Miriam E. Hammond, Tiana C. Houston, Joshua O'Keefe, Quindesmond J. Killam, and Asia S. Steele. The Herman D. James Memorial Student Leaders Award, $350 award to Zachary B. White. The Athletics Award. The Jack Collins Football Complete the Degree Award, $400, $200 each, Tyron R. Thurman and Khalid R. Williams. The Thaddeus V. Green Memorial Football Award, $250 awarded to Justin L. Nair. The Joel McLeod Jr. Golden Tigers Scholar Athlete Award, $250 awarded to Kenneth Dickerson Jr. The Atlanta E. Spencer Memorial Athletic Scholarship, $2,000 awarded to Crystal J. Woodard. The Verda K. Lester Talent Lady Golden Tiger Softball and Volleyball Award, $100, Rosalind T. Thomas. The Robert L. Bobby Davis Talent Lady Golden Tiger Women's Basketball Award, $100, Chelsea Azore. The Peter J. Spears II Talent Golden Tiger Basketball Leadership Award, awarded to Dominic Norton, $100. The Patricia M. Gordon Talent Lady Golden Tiger Softball Award, $100, Shantae C. Warner. The Harold R. Williams Talent Golden Tiger Baseball Award, $200, Gemini J. Jackson Jr. The Donald L. Stevenson Talent Golden Tiger Men Cross Country Award, $100 award to Michaela K. Smith. The Arthur May Women Talented Lady Golden Tiger Cross Country Award, $150, Brianna K. Allen. The Arthur May Men's Track and Field Award, $150, Frederick W. Higgins. The Arthur May Women's Track and Field Award, $150, Ariel Truitt. The Anthony Outland Talent Golden Tiger Football, $400, $200 each, Jason D. Ashley and Joshua R. Matthews. The Anthony Outlaw Talent Golden Tiger Basketball Award, $100 award to David Alexander. Praise the Lord. Thank you. Will you all come forward to receive your certificate?
Good afternoon. And if,
To the mic.
okay, Dr. Johnson, for just a few minutes, I want to reiterate a couple of things. And one announcement, an error will be made in the program. Let me put my glasses on, I can't see. The Tuskegee-Macon County NAACP Branch James E. Smith Memorial Award, it's $500, not $2. So I'm sure you'll be glad to know that. Also, there are people in the audience, our donors, who want to meet their recipients. Is Mr. Taylor here? Arlanda? He's not here? Is he? Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Groove by Groove would like to see you afterwards. With the donors, please stand from Groove 5 Groove so that you can meet each other. Also, the new award we have in Vet Med, the Michelle Davison Memorial Award. Ms. Hoyt, would you please stand? And what's the recipient? That's a great, stand please. Yes, meet each other. They would like to take a picture with you afterwards. That's a great award. You get it $10,000 each year until he graduates. Mr. Bonner, we've already introduced Mr. Harris, Victor Harris. Is Mr. Bonner here? Nemuel Bonner? Please, all right, please meet them afterwards. The recipients of the awards for Naomi Allen Adams. Mrs. Holland, would you please stand? Is she there, still here? Ms. Holland left? Okay, all right, well, fine, thank you. Would you try to meet your recipients after the program? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wallace. We want to apologize for one of our judges on the final judge, Dr. Aban Asimis. Oh, wait, good. For omitting your name. Thank you. Now, we're getting ready to announce the winners of the Tuskegee University President's Essay Contest. Our third place winner is Sir Dominic Norton. Congratulations. Our second place finisher, Mr. Rohan Reddy. And the first place winner for the President's Essay and Award, Legacy and Leadership, Miss Imani Williams. All right. Please note that the winners will want to take a photo with Dr. Johnson at the end of the program. Now for remarks, we will have Dr. Brian L. Johnson, the 7th president of Tuskegee University. Dr. Johnson.
I think it's befitting that on this evening, on Sunday afternoon, that we conclude our Founders Day activities with the awards earned by students. We found on this weekend that we celebrated not only the centennial passing of Booker T. Washington, but his founding on July 4th, 1881. We've had our alumni from classes of 1930 dating all the way to 1970 give over $250,000 back to this institution. And we have also sat and heard many eloquent themes, lectures, and thoughts revolving around the tradition that makes this institution great. I need not offer anything else except for congratulations to all of the students who have earned scholarships, who will continue to go on and excel and represent Tuskegee University. So once again, I congratulate you and ask all of you to congratulate these students once again. At this time, I would ask for each of you to stand, not only for the singing of the Tuskegee song, but immediately afterwards to stand for the benediction.
And now to that God who is able to keep you from falling, able to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding great joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and forevermore, world without end. Let the people of God say amen.